Today. Hope you're doing quite well. We're perched out here at this campfire. We're about to undergo a little bit of a trek. Check that map. We're gonna head up here to the mountains. I might go after this figure too. So that's the plan, in a general sense. Head up there, see what we can come up. Not sure if that'll be something that I want to get some different gear for or not. Armor. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. I've marked things thus. So, this way marker will take me generally to the correct point. This is by the crow, as the crow flies, where I'm looking. Who we got over here? Strider. Excellent.
Save these for the trail.
Good. I'm gonna make a pal. See if we can cut down on some of that. I want to be your friend. Don't worry, we're leaving, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm well aware I'm going the wrong way now. Turkey. Strider's sight. Oh, one's right on my tail. And ladies and gentlemen, we are once more.
Fascinating. Guess they weren't looking for me.
Northern outskirts of. That did not work at all. If I get knocked off, I'm going to try to hide and attack with the shell walkers. But that's if I get knocked off. Chargers. Already stuff. Where's the campfire at? Ooh, it's there. Okay. Let's go get that campfire real quick. I'm a big believer in doing things wisely. Sawtooth. Go for a sawtooth.
That's it. Nothing to see here.
Right, nothing to see here. mind me, I'm just passing through. Different campfire then. But it's another campfire nonetheless. Actually, that's acting like it's one we've been to before. Maybe not. Let's see. That's the one. We're gonna go get it too. Says there's a trader. Hi. Hi, buddy. Trader out in the middle of nowhere. Hi, trader. Or not. Plus. Thank you. And we're gonna go back to. Okay. Little metal flower. And a figure. Quest. Sorry. Friggin' Glenhawks. Oh, crap, there's multiple. Damn foliage. Ah, he's got free just at the wrong time. He's taking off the damn crap. Look at the thing. Jerk. My poor horse, he's so beat up. Here it is.
Metal flowers. Huh. Well, why not?
Why not, indeed? Almost got a whole set of them right there. Metal flower, unknown design. Yeah, okay. Watching the river through a window of trees. Spring rainfall. Lovely. Anyway. Okay. Pathway there. Tank.
Here we go again.
Scrapper. Come on.
Getting through here.
The grave ford. Alright. Well. Alright. The road's not complete. Here we go. husk. Bomb shelter. One thing I do not like about this game is you have to cheat the physics so much. Don't like that. And you can, it's just rather not. Not gonna work that way at least. Nope. I think that's why I'm going to need my horsey. Like I said, cheat the physics. What are those things?
Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark.
Not quite there yet, though. Probably go around the corner then. If I can. Don't go too quick. Ooh, that's potentially dangerous because I thought that was trees. Here it is.
The sculpture must be of Banuk make.
Oh, it's a different one. That's okay. Hectic. In my exile, I often envision your eyes, wide, blue, and unstruck. The body of Signet, our chieftain, was laid before me. The Werax saw how I looked at his mate. Your mother. Then my guilt was as plain and sharp as the crack of spring ice. They stripped me bare and left me to die on the bush. The warmth of life departed me, not the bitter will to hunt, to strive, to survive, perhaps to prove I am even noble, least of all those who love me. I am only at peace when I think of my martyrs and the craft these offerings to thee. They will never touch thee. Okay. That's not the way I wanted to do it. I wanted to actually take a couple of steps between those 2 points.
This has to be the Banuk camp that Vilgan told me about. See what happened to the other mercenaries he sent. The machines are docile. It's like they've already been overridden.
Nora, they are wise to let women rule, but only if they are worthy.
Keep your scales sharp.
See if I can do anything. I think I can. Raccoon skin. Done. Bone. Done. Rat skin. Here's something I can do. Tripcaster and pouch ammo upgrade. I am that low on fire arrows. Well, it's taken care of. Definitely get that.
Banuk lands are harsher than these. Hunting here is relaxing. North, where the ice and snow calls.
Shaman, you're trying to understand the machines here too?
Yes, Nora. And taking my time with my studies. Between
Nice hat.
you, me, and the spirits, I appreciate the peace. Not just from the machines. There are many changes in Ban-Ur. The hunters and shamans bicker without end.
What about?
How best to deal with a harsher world? The hunters, they don't want it back the way it used to be. And we shamans find ourselves able to explain less and less. So many are exiles now, sent to wander. Here, no one argues. So, I welcome mystery.
In the grove, machines are unburned by
When the machine spirits resist, it forces the Banuk to prove our worth. But in the glow, the dust, it feels unnatural.
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain.
I have proven my worth with 100 hunters, and my song will echo for 100 more.
Nora girl. She must be tough to have ventured out of their territory on her own. What are we doing here? Every idle moment is another mile between us and the herd. Dig. Keep your warm.
Longhouse and hard ice.
Wish your Wirac honor.
These lands are filled with noise, but it is just noise, no sound.
To see these machines up close like this, it's...
Grazer dung.
I'm sorry?
Frozen grazer dung. This Ravager
Okay.
led me here. I chased it down from the rivals, where it killed a great ice hunter. Tore him in two. A challenge I accepted. But when it reached this camp, the Fury left it.
Isn't that a good thing?
Takuk says it's a gift. What is a gift but a reward that you didn't earn? The machines are meant to challenge us. Now I'm stuck here guarding the shamans.
Sing to the glaciers. The spoils of the hunt have been a little light lately. We should find a few machines. Earn the spirit's favor. Keep your skills sharp.
Traitor.
Some other Werax after our herd. We'll claim first blood, but it will require cunning.
The spoils of the hunt have been a little light. We should find a few machines. Earn the spirit's favor. Sing to the glacier. Hunt well.
Snow chill itches.
The shamans say the herds moved this way.
In Banur, they already sing songs about the hunts I've completed.
feel like there's just one you're supposed to talk to. Maybe one more.
I am the best hunter of my Wirak, and none shall wrest that honor from me.
Cool. For you.
Don't assume the hunt will be easier just because the land is warmer. It's full preparation.
Fears reveal themselves.
Greetings, Nora. I am Tikuk.
Shaman, I've never seen anything like this.
The blue light is strong here. My people traveled far from the heights of Ban-Ur to experience it for themselves.
The blue light.
The light of the machine spirits. It is all around us. It settles upon us. This is how it used to be, before they grew angry.
I know about the derangement, but I didn't think the machines were ever this calm. What is it about this place?
We don't really know.
It's probably
We
that thing
sing
underneath here.
And we listen to the machine songs.
The machines sing to you?
To each other. You are a hunter. You must have heard their communions and hymns, their calls and cries.
I have.
We're not meant to understand, but we shamans try to interpret. What is the song that angered them so, that turned them upon us? What song soothes them? Does it thrum in the air here, just outside of hearing? How can we heal the machine world?
Tikuk, have any other Outlanders come through here recently?
Some Asaram, yes. They were convinced the machines were malfunctioning, as if machines were mere devices in need of repair. Well, that is how the Asaram see the world, is it not? They ate with us. Then, when they were satisfied there was nothing they could explain, they left with the Northern Light.
What's with the big guy?
I was drawn to this place in a storm. At first, I thought the keening was the wind, snapping off the mountain's frozen face. But no, it was the Thunderjaw's song. I found it crouched on its haunches, its metal unmoving, and I took shelter beneath it. When the storm cleared, its singing done, perhaps the spirit left its great shell, or perhaps it slumbers and remains. So we have not stripped and gleaned this one. We treat it with the care it is owed.
Do you mind if I look around more, Tikuk?
Speak, trade, listen. You are welcome. No harm will come to you here.
So it's not the Banuk that are doing this. There's something about this place. They can't see it, but
The hunters
maybe
will
my
want to see
focus
this
can.
world for themselves.
Maybe my focus
Shaman's
can.
would be wise not to let them. Long health and hard axe. I wish your Wirak all. Long health.
I'm worried that she's going to turn something off. The machines will get up and murder.
Keep your scales sharp.
Go back up there.
In Van-Or, they already seem charmed about the hunt of the
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up into the mountain. Perhaps my focus can help me.
There's a dude up there. How do I get up there? This way. That's where that line goes. It goes from up here to down here.
These Nora. They hunt machines and well, but they're blind to the blue light.
Can my focus show me anything?
Yes, but I need to know exactly where to go from. That is fine.
The spoils of the hunt have been in the light lately. We should find a few machines, earn the
They
spirit's
say
favor.
even the ice in the grove rings with the blue light, with the spirit's call. Don't assume the hunt will be easier just because the land is warmer. The hunt demands full preparation.
Hunt well. Why would the machines be?
Travel well.
Could be something around that my focus will see.
sing to the glacier. May the machine spirits grant you favor.
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain. Those weeks are just waiting. It's a good sign, I guess.
We on your jumping shard person. You can't just leave us here.
Did Logan send you? I guess shards can buy a conscience.
Never mind that. Nora girl, you have to stop the others. Up ahead, we snuck up here. Uncovered some kind of ancient device, plain as an anvil. That's what affects the machines.
The other bungheads voted to take it to Pitchcliff for auction.
Oh, God.
But it's taken a beating already. Like it dropped from the sky.
We tried to stop them digging it out. Without that thing up here, those Banuk will be massacred.
Yep.
I'll stop them. You two get out of here. It sounds like you've already done enough damage.
Well, that's a fair appraisal.
Alright, we're gonna wander away now.
You bunch of chuff skulls. The slack was on your...
What have you done?
Who are you? You're not one of those Banuk.
Too late. Let me look at it.
Hold on. This was our delve. We did the work. You want to put your axe in? What's this thing worth to you?
I don't know about this. This was your idea. You started it, you can finish.
All right. Could be this thing's just scrap, but even scrap has a price. So I'll ask again, what's it worth to you?
It's worth more to me than you are. You still want to negotiate?
Forget it. All you've ever given me is black toes.
They've made a mess of this. Catastrophic malfunction. This is from long ago. And it's been sending a signal all this time. Fading out. I have to get back to the camp before the machines tear it apart.
This is a video game. I'll get there just in time for the battle. Whoa, there's goodies. Renhawks are gone.
No, they've already started attacking.
The hunt is back.
The machines are angered.
Roar and rend.
Keep your distance.
I don't fear it.
Hunters, defend the camp. Do what you must.
Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song. The hunt is back. Yes. Roar and rend at me. I don't fear it. Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song.
Damn it!
The hunt is back. Yes. Roar and...
It was only a side effect. He's not going to be happy about this.
Pay the price.
Nora, did you know this change would come upon us?
Not exactly. Although I know there is a lot changing in our world. This time it was outsiders. Those Oseram thought.
The Oseram do not think. They will never understand the balance between us, between man and machine. Now the blue light has gone, and we are left with many songs, but more for mourning than gratitude.
So what now? Will you go back to your homeland?
When we teach the young to walk on shifting ice, we say, the secret is taking one step, then the next. Perhaps one day we will understand the machine's mysteries.
I'm working
I
on
hope
it.
so. Good luck, T-Cook.
What am I doing to myself?
The silence.
Here. Critters. Gonna wander down the path and see just what I can blow up with this Ravager cannon. And then I'll use a fast travel probably to go back and finish the side quest. Is this Ridgewood? Shock wax. Nope. Here, Glenhawks. Are any of you around? I have Ravager cannon goodness for you. I don't like Glenhawks. Because I really don't like Glenhawks. There's a hell of a coil. Dead Watcher. Coil. After resource heat. At some point. Hey, you gotta jump halfway across the map to do something? It's gonna take a while to load.
Zasaron merchants are going to put my family out of business if I'm not careful. You'll regret not stopping when you're in the... Would you like to buy some?
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family. Outlander, are you looking for... Wait, I know your face.
Uh-huh.
You came back. How did we fare?
Expensively.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was afraid of.
The tame machines. It's hard to explain, but there was a kind of signal that calmed them. Your men got greedy, so it's gone now.
Gambling's a shoddy job, girl. I should have been a weapons dealer. That's steady work. Here, take it. The half I'd owed those hammer-handed chunks.
Half? I finished the job. And what was it you said? Enough to buy a more becoming garb?
What do you want? Carja silks? Ah, hoisted on my own purse strings.
I got an extraordinary reward box out of that. We'll take a look at what it's got. Ravager heart. That's good. Shards. Strider heart. Metal burn. Metal vessels. Blaze. Trap I can't pick up, but it'll just stay in that. Sword. Apparently not.
Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
Still selling to people. What the hell, dude?
You again. I never forget a face I've lost shards to.
Okay, that was wild. That was funny.
Won't find better wares.
These
aren't goods, they're necessities.
Oh, I can buy... Oh, I can buy lenses from it. Cool. See what I can sell him. Good, solid resources. Buy some machine courses.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Okay, that line alone is just funny. Find the exclamation point.
Could you spare a moment to speak of the finer things?
I've got a lot on my mind, sorry. Buy what you need, leave the rest.
The longer this split with the Shadow Carja lasts, the more prices will go up.
I've never broken bread with an outlander. Asaram don't always take kindly to strangers. Keep that in mind.
Better wares.
Check out these wares.
Take a look. Don't pass up these goods. I utterly refuse to buy from an Asaram. They'll cheat you.
Check out these wares.
You have to be a fool to worship the sun, like the Carja. Come take a look. I'll give you a good price. I'd like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy. Buy something today?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself.
I used to be an adventurer.
I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower.
Why?
It's made of metal, like a machine.
I have.
Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear. I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it?
Me.
Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet. But the embrace of my beautiful Theradine is sweeter still.
These metal flowers. What are they exactly?
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machines started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun, for he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks. Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Yes, let's haggle. I got 8 of those. 2 of those. Of those. Of maps.
Till we meet again, my noble Nora. Let's have a chat. No,
A colorful discussion.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to buy something today? Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Sun King. The reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as a true account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's acts, these glyphs are blotted in blood. Truly, the savageries committed can barely be recounted. So pray to the cleansing sun for yourself, the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on foreign lands, reaping of sacrifice, the red raids, for the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village, so they might more willingly supply sacrifices of the harder pressed, to fight to field fighting men. The Utaru sought to appease with gifts of grain, were slaughtered in such number that upon the following harvest the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Osram, the terror of the sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of the villages, so his kestrels might clamor on upon the dead. And in the valley of the barbarian Nora, terrors of the savage East, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses hung as grim warnings. Should you wish to read of the Mad King's depredations against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within our accounts of the deaths of those sentenced to the Sun Ring, listed in such detail you might think it reported by their own shattering skulls once piled outside the city gates. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of his massacre of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks as they fought to the last, bloodying the sand from dawn till dusk. Or perhaps in the crowds as they loose behemoths careened through the stands with crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the Mad Sun King take in with his pitiless gaze. Indeed, he would not even look away from the goring of his own son in the ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Cataman of the Dawn's Rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's miseries cannot be found in the history annals, or heard from the reckoners of the Sun Priests. It is with a heavy heart that I scribe these events, leaving out no shocking detail. My debt is to history and to you, brave reader. Wow. Yeah. We'll do this instead.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day.
No one goes into the palace without an invitation.
I accidentally ran past invitation. Hi.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, a machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram gets special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage East the Sun King haven't heard.
Passed by some Outlander woman? Unacceptable.
Take it up with the Sun King.
2 hours, and Miss Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
It's an interesting
Aloy of the Nora.
way to have an audience.
She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Marad, let me discuss it with her privately.
Uh-oh.
I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
Such a understanding king.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Carja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west.
Aha!
Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. And she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies, I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
Of course. And video game tradition, who gets to beat him?
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Oh?
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
Aha! Alright, let us read of the founding of Meridian, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. Founding Meridian, we are Carja, and it is the blood of those led by the Ahriman from persecution and pursuit so long ago. Out of the far savage east we came, guardians of the treasure greater than land or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Okay, let's stop there for a second. The savage east, also known as the Savage Lands, is a name for the sacred land where Aloy is from. Yeah, that's a clue right there. Ahriman found the leaves in a ruin picked out by a beam of sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teachings of how to observe the sun, to recognize its guidance, and to understand the place of man. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writing, so our knowledge could last longer than voices. Okay? When our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those who they had once called tribesfolk. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to bear on their ignorance, or were jealous of its power. And so began the long wandering of our people, trusting only that the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard and marked by the stones of families who fell along the wayside, even Ahriman's own. The persecution was unceasing from those without purpose, only the desire to debase and destroy. The faith of the Carja was rewarded with distant vision, a tower with like a solid ray of the sun holding on the horizon, flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Ahriman followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach the very sun itself. They saw that the Glenhawk was perched upon it. Beheld in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, cast its long shadow upon the mesa across the verdant valley. Ahriman knew he had found a haven for the tribe, as this was a place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire or the shining feathers of the Glenhawks. He named this place Meridian, from a passage in the leaves, and the tribe settled in the protection of the great mesa. They found the site was blessed in every aspect, carving their cliff houses from the bounteous resources, and in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the City of the Sun. Truly the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, and the bounds of the sundom for as far as the light touched. In time, the seeing Meridian shielded us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes. Other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian! Without spire and sun there would be no Meridian, but now and forevermore it stands as monument to both, for the glory of Ahriman and the founders it reflected anew, each Sun King of the Radiant line, and the noble houses of the Sun Court. Aha! Yeah. There's something going on here. There's something else over here. The Sun Kings. The Chronicle of the Sun Kings, the founder Ahriman, who guided our forefathers from the shadows of the savage east into the fastness of the Mesa Valley, and who, reading the signs of sun and shadow both, delivered them to the site of Holy Meridian. The bounteous Amavad, who oversaw the clearing and sowing of the royal maize lands, so that none who walked in the sun's favor should go hungry again, who cut back the jewel to claim the rich east estate lands for the first houses of the Sun Court. Far-seeing Sadahim, who expanded the sun's dominion to the north, south, and east, setting a gate at the bright market harbor, who before the sun at its highest proclaimed these lands would be known as the Karja Sundom, so by the light it was good. Generous Juwadan, who stocked the metal markets, the spoils of his own trampling grounds, and who allowed trade from the north and south, even permitting outlanders the gift of the counting glyphs so they might understand more than simple barter. Zaravan, the pilgrim Sun King, whose tower was raised to the top of the ridge of Vales, and who crossed the great waters of the daybreak, so the sundom might extend even further, ever further, and to honor this passage had the great blazoned arch raised on its far shores. Baal Diriv, who saw the sun's passing into the west as a challenge and forged after it with great army, to be pushed back 3 times at the great canyon lands that would be known as the Daunt, until on the 4th time his cohort broke through and were vanished in the lands beyond. Prudent Bazdid, who had the mantle of his fallen brother thrust upon him suddenly, who ordered the construction of the fortress at Sunfall and the garrison at Blazon Arch, declaring the land beyond it the forbidden west, where only the sun may go. Huvadin, the returner, who strove to bring civilization to the savage east, but returned after many strenuous endeavors, saying it was no longer fit for the people of the sun, and called for the building of great towers and walls, so that this wild land might be observed safely. Renan, the Firebird, who saw the Sundom suffer unprovoked, attacked the Tinakath Horde, and who, against the protests of his advisors, accompanied his army to confront them. Under the sun, he claimed victory. Though he was so greatly scarred, he wore his blazoned helmet on that day. Nahasis, who was a hunter as much as the Sun King, and called the proudest men in noble houses to prove themselves in competition beneath the sun, and that those who felled the greatest machines would be situated as the first Sun Hawk and Hawks of the Hunter's Lodge. The illuminated Marzid, who the sun visited with visions so vivid and grand, he commissioned many statues and frescoes of his visage in Meridian, and for his summer palace in Sunfall had the great citadel raised, where he remained painting until he took deathly ill. Ivas, elder brother of Marzid, who decreed each family with a suitable male child should submit that child in service of the Sundom's then depleted ranks, and had the artisans turn their attention from works of art to outfitting each soldier of the sun with the very finest armor, halberd, and bow. Jiran, who in his early years was a strong Sun King, defending the Sundom from the encroachment of other tribes and the derangement of machines, who became greatly avid and ordered the spilling of much blood in the sun's name, threatening to bring a twilight time upon us. Arvad, the Liberator. We are to current. Well. You know, I think that's going to do it for me. I've had my fill of reading, and I need to wind down. So if this was Dark Souls, here's where I would have Aloy take a bow. Thank you for joining me. See you next time, hopefully here in the next few days. We'll pick up here, perhaps venturing to Pitch Cliff, perhaps going to Sunfall itself. Probably one of those two. Take care.